Some people look at wellness as constantly doing something, eating healthy, exercising, being productive, staying organized, always working towards the next goal. I promise, I get it because I am that person. But I also think that rest is wellness too. Sometimes taking care of yourself means slowing down, doing less, and giving yourself permission to pause. In this vlog, you are going to see me start off in full go mode, but suddenly slow down because I was about to reach a burnout. I hope that this vlog inspires you to never feel guilty about slowing down and to pay attention to your mind and body. Let's get into it. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Alexis. I just came back from the gym. I'm not doing no introduction because I want to keep y'all attention. So I'm about to make some bison meatball. This is editing Alexis. I don't know how I singled out bison because I did a whole meal prep full of proteins. Also, please bear with me. The audio is going to be bad the first couple of seconds after this clip, but just stay with me because this is a really good vlog. Okay, y'all, so this is the bison I'm using. Child, I took out the wrong thing last night. This is the bison that I was going to be using. I was truly in disbelief. I started knocking just to see what's the bison frozen. But anyway, y'all, I decided to do a voiceover because the quality just was horrible and I want to keep y'all's attention. I was originally going to make burger patties with the ground beef, but I decided to go ahead and make the meatballs. Later that day, I did make bison meatballs too once it thawed out. So how I meal prep is really different. I like to have a variety of different proteins. So chicken breast, chicken tenderloins, ground turkey breast sausage, bison, beef, and then throughout the week I might cook something fresh like a steak or some type of seafood. I made like a barbecue type of flavor, so I had some mesquite seasoning, garlic, onion, and some other herbs. I get this mesquite seasoning on Amazon. They used to have it in the store, but yeah, I gotta say this is my last time buying this seasoning because it doesn't taste the same. It used to taste really natural, but now it tastes like an artificial liquid smoke. It's just not good anymore. You can bake meatballs. You can do it on the grill. You can do it stovetop. I'm choosing to do a stovetop because I want to create a broth. The reason I like the broth is because I like to get a spoon and pour the broth over my meatballs, making them juicier. And then once I'm done with that broth, I dispose it and I char. But y'all will see how I do it along the way. Have y'all heard that the avocado oil industry has been lying to us? I had a feeling though. I told my friend that too many of these products having avocado oil in the chips, in the tortillas, in the bread, all of that. It ain't that many avocados in the world for y'all to be making that much avocado oil. It just ain't. Girl, I predicted that. In the past, something like this will really send me into a panic mode, but I have gotten to a point where I'm doing the best I can. You cannot chase perfection, and when you try to do that, it just creates more stress. And sometimes stressing over food can be worse than actually eating the food. So if you are somebody that's new to your health and wellness journey, just do the best you can. As your knowledge of nutrition and wellness increase, apply that to your life. Don't try to chase perfection. Do the best that you can. I've gotten to the point where I'm just choosing the lesser evil and doing the best I can. And don't beat yourself up if every day doesn't look like 100%. I say this all the time. I am not a big fan of cheese, so I am making some with and without cheese. Am I like switching the subject too much? But anyway, we added some cheese to this blend right here, so now we have like a barbecue cheese situation going on. And I also had the bright idea to go ahead and add some bell pepper and onion to it. So I had some frozen bell pepper and onion in my freezer, and I thought it would be perfect to add to this. Making the meatballs is my favorite part, and you want to try to get all the meatballs the same size. so that it can cook evenly. Now, I know I told y'all that I have entered a place of balance when it comes to eating, but one thing I absolutely will not do is eat frozen meatballs. Some of those ingredients in the meatballs contains like dextrose, maltodextrin, and that is basically a thickening agent. But that thickening agent can lead to inflammation, and it can, contribute to high glucose levels. Definitely don't take my word for it. There are so many articles that explain how maltodextrin and dextrose can affect your body. Now, I have seen meatballs that are frozen that actually just have clean ingredients. So I'm not talking about those. Yeah, I am talking about those low quality, highly processed frozen meatballs. I just really appreciate whole foods, real food with high quality ingredients. You may love spending your money on expensive shoes, purses, and perfume, but honey, me, it's food. So this is what the meatballs are looking like. I'm going to go ahead and let this char on one side, and we'll take it from there. I'm just turning my meatballs over to the other side as they char. I think next time I'll use a ceramic pan because the cheese sticking on this cast iron skillet was just a little bit too much for me. I didn't show, but I added a little water to this skillet to create like a broth. So basically the broth is the oil from the meatballs, the water, and the seasoning. I'm returning the lid so even more broth can form. It's been a few minutes. Let's see what it's looking like. So as you can see, more broth has formed. Now, I am going to strain this, and the reason why is because I want this pan to be empty so that I can create a better char. It's going to create that juicy in the inside, char on the outside type of texture and experience. Now that these meatballs are finished, I'm going to go ahead and put them in a glass container. Now, I have been storing my food in glass containers for over 10 years now. The reason why is because I found that a lot of the plastic container contains xenoestrogens. Xenoestrogens mimics the real estrogen, so this can lead to excess estrogen in the body. They literally bind to estrogen receptors, and this can create a hormone imbalance, which can lead to a lot of things. Should I say what it lead to? I don't know, girl. You let me know in the comments. I kind of want to keep it light, but if you do want to know, follow me on Instagram or TikTok because I share more of that side of me there. But I will say, switching from plastic to glass containers over a decade ago is the reason why I don't have terrible periods and my PCOS symptoms are not there. I'm not sure if I explained well what's the difference between grass-fed, grass-finished beef and those that are not. Well, grass-fed, grass-finished mean that the cattle has been fed grass its entire life, from birth to the end of its life. And this makes the beef more tender. Since I started back eating meat on a regular basis since 2023, I gotta say there is a difference. You can tell the difference when you cook it and when you eat it. It's definitely more tender and it cooks a lot better. If you don't like broccolini, this recipe is going to make you fall in love with it. And I am preparing it in a way where your broccolini won't be limp. After washing and cleaning your broccolini, make sure you remove as much of the excess water as you can. Add oil of your choice to the skillet. I'm using olive oil. And when you place your broccolini in the pan, make sure you don't crowd it. When you get that char on one side, go ahead and start flipping it over. I'm using nutritional yeast and garlic powder. I'm also going to be adding some Cajun seasoning in the end. It is ideal that all your broccolini is the same size, but if it is not, just go ahead and remove the smaller pieces out of your skillet. If you are using any seasoning with salt, make sure you use it at the end. The reason why is because salt is going to draw the water out, and this can leave you with limp broccolini. I had chicken breast in another skillet seasoned and ready to go, so let's go ahead and get started on that. In my next vlog, whenever I do meal prep, I'm going to show y'all step by step of how I do everything. This is Terrence's plate. We have the meatballs, broccolini, and some baked sweet potatoes. Y'all want to know what's crazy? So I had a meal prepping company. It was really successful too. I had a lot of loyal customers, and At the time of my meal prepping company, how about I was plant-based? Girl, I was plant-based cooking meat. I had keto customers, regular customers, and plant-based customers. I used to do it all, and I used to do it by myself. When it comes to chicken breast, it does not have to be cooked for a long time. This took maybe 11 minutes total. Okay, y'all, so this is what everything is looking like. This is the thin sliced chicken breast. It is a total of 4. We have the chicken tenderloins. The flavor for this is barbecue lemon pepper. The flavor for this is beer can. So it's like think of chicken and dressing. That's what that tastes like. And this is what we have left over for the meatballs. Now, I do have the bison thawing out, so I will be making that. I'm also going to be making some ground turkey breast for tacos as well, because I like to keep taco meat prepped. These are some leftover chicken tenderloins that I had, so I'm about to eat that. And I also made some green beans. It has garlic and coconut aminos with a little onion. I try to use less containers as possible, so I just moved some of the chicken tenderloins to one side, and I have green beans on the other side. And this is what I'm going to be eating for lunch. It is several hours later. I just want to show y'all my dinner. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to eat this whole T-bone steak. I will probably save half of this, but everything smells so good, looks so good, and I'm so grateful for this meal. Girl, it has been a whole week later. So meal prepping is something that I do every week, and this is something that I've been doing for years, even when I was plant-based. I was plant-based a total of 6 years, and in 2023 I decided to start back eating meat. If you haven't seen my vlog on why I decided to no longer be plant-based, make sure you check that out. It right now is going to describe how I flow with my life perfectly. So today is the day where I just really want to indulge in relaxing and being comfortable. So for those of you who don't know, I got Lipo 360 June 16th. When I reached my 6-week mark, I have been going in at the gym, weightlifting and kickboxing. Now I gotta be honest with you, I have fell off with like doing cardio outdoors simply because it has been so many heat advisories down here in Memphis, well, the outskirts of Memphis. It's been real hot. I haven't even been meeting up with the women in my walking group that I started, not because we don't want to, it's just been hot. I am trying to brainstorm how I want to do this going forward, because I actually miss walking with the women in the group. We have been keeping in touch, but when we get out and we walk, it's like we've always known each other. So if you are somebody who is looking for community, specifically around hobbies that you enjoy, start that Facebook group and gather up people who are like-minded, like-hearted. This week I only worked out 2 times. I went to the gym to weightlift and do cardio, and I went to kickboxing. Now in the past I would beat myself up about this. I would feel like I wasn't doing enough. But girl, sometimes resting is what you need to be doing, especially when you know that you have been super active. First part of the vlog was before we went to Biloxi. Since we've come back, y'all, I have done a whole nother meal prep. I want to give y'all some updates about how my Lipo 360 recovery is going. My recovery is going really well, but I have to say that the swelling is still there. I noticed after I come back from the gym, after kickboxing, that it's really there, and it makes me question a lot. But I have an appointment coming up, so I'll be sure to ask my doctor about that. Now don't get me wrong, it doesn't stay, but I definitely notice the swelling. But once I take my shower, put my faja on, and I take the faja off and all of that, I'm good. Y'all know fall is approaching. It's right around the corner. I have been really getting into the things, like all things fall. I am slowly incorporating fall items into my home. I don't want to do it all at once. I kind of want to baby step my way into fall because I'm the type of person, I don't do really well with adjusting. If I can control stepping my way into fall, that's what I'm going to do. And I'm like this with every season, which leads me into wanting to talk about just balance when it comes to my life. I want to really be specific about nutrition and where I'm at with it. When it comes to health and wellness, this is a journey. This is a lifestyle. I realize is not every day, not every week, not every month is going to look perfect. Not every season is going to look perfect. There are weeks at a time where I'm on fire, I'm doing everything good, I'm super consistent. And then there are some moments where I feel like I want to rest more. Instead of me going to the gym 4 to 5 days, maybe it just looks like 2 days. I thought that was falling off. I used to be so hard on myself about that. I realized that with this lifestyle, when it comes to health and wellness, you're going to have weeks where you are on fire, and then there are some weeks where it's like, I just want to rest. I just want to indulge in all the comfort. I believe all of those feelings are necessary. That is true balance. So if you are somebody where you feel like you haven't been on track with eating, with your water, with exercising, don't look at it as you falling off. Look at it as your body making a premeditated decision to rest, to rejuvenate, to recover. I know everybody doesn't operate this way, but for me, this is how I operate, and I'm sure that there are some people who are like me. And if you are like me, let me ask you this. Do you ever feel more creative, more motivated, or more disciplined after you rest? Feel like going on go mode all the time creates burnout. A lot of things that I've been doing over the weeks have caught up with me. My sleeping patterns have changed. School is back in, waking up earlier than usual. The speech therapy is taking my oldest son to work, helping him with the things that he needs. Life has been busy. It has been busy since August. I love it though, but I'm acknowledging that I'm a little tired, and instead of me trying to force myself to go to the gym, I'm going to honor this Saturday, make it cozy as possible, and relax. I am just looking forward to the fall season. I already have my porch decorated. Like I told y'all, I'm slowly incorporating fall decor in my home. Now that I think about it, my intuition be leading me. You know how I was telling y'all I don't do well with the seasons adjusting, and I don't really do well with change? My intuition has been leading me to do changes in my home to slowly prepare me for what's to come. This is going to help me instead of everything just coming all at once. I'm already telling myself, like, hey girl, you're gonna have to change your clothes out really soon. So I'm already telling myself that. Things in the house is reminding me that the seasons are about to change. It's gonna be getting darker earlier. My routine is about to change. This is gonna be a cozy Saturday, and I want y'all to spend it with me. Let me show y'all what I got from Aldi. This right here was $5.99 through Instacart. Now, if you go in the store, it's probably $4.99. But I'm relaxing, I'm chilling today, so I didn't go in the store. This picture right here was $12.99. It's probably cheaper when you go in the store. This is so pretty right here. I couldn't deny it. Let me tell y'all, I am noticing that there is a trend of like the vintage style portraits and art coming back, and I love it, but I don't love it, because when I go thrifting, I have a hard time wondering if it is a recent vintage style or if it's a true older vintage style. Either way, it's pretty. I love it. In my next vlog, I'm going to be showing y'all how I incorporate these items into my home. There are some times where it's really hard for me to sit down and relax. I have to really force myself to not do anything. For example, I really want to go to Big Lots. I went to Big Lots this past week and they had so many fall items for cheap. I bought a couple items and everything was like $21. I went to the thrift store first because I thought I was calling myself beating the crowd early to get my fall items, because all summer I had been going into the thrift stores and I've been seeing all the fall and Halloween decorations. So I was like, okay, I know where to come when I'm ready to get some of these items. Girl, I went this past week. I ain't see nothing. I didn't see anything, but you know what I did see? I saw Christmas items. So I said, nope, I'm not gonna play around. I'm gonna go ahead and get some Christmas items. I have them in my storage bin in our garage, so I'll be Christmas ready. And I love a 90s theme Christmas. I love the multicolor lights. Give me all that. Don't give me no modern white, beige, nude. I want the color. So yes, girl, I am itching to go to Big Lots to get some more items. Just sit here and relax, because if I go out, I am going to burn myself out because I'm tired. I'm just chill here because I do want to make a good Sunday dinner tomorrow. Pot roast, collard greens, and cornbread. In the fall and winter months, I tend to be in the house a little bit more because it's cozy, and I like to do puzzles and I like to paint my ceramics and paint canvases. It's just something about the summer. It's something about the summer to just make you go, go, go. You can't move like that in the fall, in the winter. You can't do that. You probably can, but I can't. Hopefully this is inspiring you to get to know who you are and help you to understand yourself. So some of the things that I have been doing too is creating a fall clothing list on Amazon, like a wish list. And I ordered something from my wish list. But girl, let me tell you, I got a large. Honey, who wear a large? Who wears a large? It ain't clicked for me completely that I need mediums in certain clothing. So girl, I gotta take it back and get a medium, and kind of swapping out my clothes slowly so that I can just, you know, enter the next season with ease. Am I preaching to somebody? Because sometimes, you know, there are some people that just do so well. They can just boom adjust so well. But there is a group of people that have to baby step their way into the next season. And not just the season for far as like the weather changing, but different seasons in life, period. So like, how you gonna do in the gym? Like, what you gonna do? Like, cause I just plan on still going to kickboxing or the gym once I take TJ to school.
I'm still be going to most of the gym. I'm like probably do kickboxing maybe once or twice a week.
We're doing kickboxing now.
Try to do it like once or twice a week, but the gym is the main thing. I just get up, even if I ain't taking them, I just get up and go.
It might change. Some weeks you might go to kickboxing more than the gym. It just all depends on. Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, my whole little summer routine finna change. Last week, Terrence decided to give kickboxing a try. He liked it. He liked the challenge. And I wasn't expecting him to get a membership, but he's decided to do that. As y'all can see, we have some rain clouds. It's about to rain. This is my favorite type of weather. Well, one of them. I love how it looks before it's about to rain. This is just so perfect because the rain always forces me to just slow down and relax. So I'm really happy to see these rain clouds come in. Even TJ is entertained by the rain clouds. He's just in his room looking out the window. For dinner, I'm going to be having a pizza bagel. I was going to do a cauliflower crust, but I decided to use one of my royal bagels. I love these bagels because they're really high in fiber. It has 32 grams of fiber in the whole bagel. I just split the bagel in half and added some spaghetti sauce to the bagels. And then I added a little barbecue sauce to it. Now for my protein, I'm going to be adding some leftover chicken tenderloins to it. This is why I'm going to say it every time. This is why I always recommend keeping chicken tenderloins. You can use them for so many things. Add them in pasta, put them in a salad, put it in a wrap, put it in a breakfast omelet, put it on a pizza. It's just so many things you can do with it. I also added some frozen bell peppers to these bagels and topped it off with a little onion powder and barbecue seasoning. I put them in the oven for 10 minutes on 350. You can also add any type of cheese that you like to this. I've been wanting to watch the new Toy Story. This one is about how technology took over toys. I think it's really cool that my generation watch movies from our childhood. Feeding your inner child is super important. I'm going to be watching the movie upstairs. I grabbed a mocktail. If you haven't seen my vlog on me restocking our mocktail fridge, definitely check it out. I went upstairs, I set the vibe, and knocked over some of my drink. Thank God it wasn't much. Never feel guilty about resting, because resting is also a big part of wellness. If you like my vibe and want to see more of my content, be sure to follow me on all socials and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, peace.